I just felt like I needed to share this, and I don't have a hook, I don't have an intro, I don't have anything like that because I just really want to share one thing, and it's that the failure that you just experienced is setting you up for a win. What you think that you've lost is probably the greatest thing that you could gain in this moment. And I know that is hard to believe. I know when you're in a rough situation, you don't want to hear anything like that. You may have even had some doubts clicking this video. But before you let it go in one ear and out the next, I want you to take a look at where I am. I'm on my roof right now. And let me show you what I'm looking at. This is the city of San Francisco. It's my local park right there. And here I sit on top of it all. Although I'd love to speak more about the life that I'm living right now, it's not about that because before I had this, I had nothing. I was living in my parents' house, I was unemployed, and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. In 2021, I was bartending really close to where I'd graduated from school. It was a COVID graduation, so of course, everything that comes along with that. And I had no clue what I wanted to do. Bartending kind of fell into my lap, and it was obviously a great way to make money. I got tips every night. I was in a fun environment, not even gonna flex. I was drinking, I was being turned, I was living my life, and it was going really well. Until it wasn't. Until I got a call one day from my manager saying, hey, bar's not making money like we thought it would. We're letting you go. Cool. Only source of income at the time was literally living night to night from the cash that I got in my tips. Was living at my parents' house hoping that the money from bartending I could save up and eventually get a place. Boom, there went those plans. There went essentially everything. I hesitate to admit this online, but somebody needs to hear it. When I tell you I cried on that phone call and begged for my job. Begged for that bartending job. And it didn't help. Didn't do anything for me. I remember thinking in the panic, okay, well, now I have this bartending experience. I was really, really enjoying like bartending and the lifestyle it afforded me. I was in Orlando at the time, so looking in downtown Orlando, trying to see what I could do to get a job, and to no avail. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. I remember with that came so many doubts, so many questions about myself, especially working in that industry, being a bartender. It's a validating experience. Having drunk people tell you you're pretty all the time, the fast pace, the music, the fun. I remember thinking and having doubts like, am I pretty enough? Like, is it because of my teeth? Is it because of the way that I look? Is it because of my hair? Is it because of my weight? With all that rejection came so much self-doubt, so much pain. Whew. And that situation continued to bring me pain until it slowly died. Until that dream of bartending slowly died. I gave up on it. I stopped trying to look for the bartending jobs, got on Indeed, and found myself a customer service job. And it wasn't as exciting as bartending, but it was something to put money in my pockets, and it was something that I planned to make the best of. And boy, did the best come. Through that job, I gained the experience that made my resume acceptable for my current job. And through my current job, I think I've tripled my salary at this point and have now moved across the country in one of the greatest cities in the world, living good. There's definitely still work to be done, but I go to the grocery store now, or I go into Sephora and Ulta, and I'm not pre-calculating the price in my head down to the tax before I get to the register to know that I have enough money. So we got somewhere. And now as I sit in 2025, that life that died is now 4 years behind me. And sometimes I just think to myself, if only I knew when I was crying, begging, doubting, hurting, if only I knew what was coming for me. If I did know what was coming for me, letting that part of my journey die and letting that era end would have been way less painful. It obviously hurts. That's life. It obviously would have hurt, but it wouldn't have hurt that bad. It wouldn't hurt that bad, you know? So all this to say, if you are in a situation where you've lost something, where you're mourning something, where you're taking an L right now, I want you to know I have no clue what that next move looks like. But what I do know is that sometimes it feels like the pain is the after. I think of my story where I was living good, boom, and then I wasn't, boom, and then I came back. And when you're here after the fall off, this is all you have to go for, so it looks like you're down bad. You don't realize that just beyond your vision, just beyond what you can see, just beyond what you're experiencing right now is endless possibility for good, endless possibility for better. So it's okay to mourn. It's okay to feel a little sorry for yourself. It's okay to feel a little bad, because I know that hurt. But get up. Get up, because your time is coming.